Welcome to Inspire Brilliance with your host, Nakia Johnson. That is me. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about spiritual protection. This could look and be different for everyone, depending on traumas that you've been through, family dynamics, different personalities that you may be intertwined with. But the first one is tune into how you feel, how you truly feel about a situation, a person, a place, or a thing. How you truly feel about it will help you make the next decision on how to either get away from it or become more of it, depending on if it's negative or positive. The next one would be set boundaries on who and what and why you give your energy to. Be very careful with who you're connecting with. Be very careful with actually knowing who you're dealing with when it comes to speaking about things such as energy and consciousness and God. Honestly, you may be giving the enemy tools to use against you later. You got to be very careful about that. Conserve your energy. Conserve your energy. Also, this isn't on my notes, but your posture. When you are standing in a good posture, you tend to be more aware of things. You tend to be more aware of your body. So a good posture would be the first one. Use mindfulness to limit exposure to negativity. So being in nature, finding a nice quiet place to be. Find your happy place. Be aware of your triggers. That's a big one. Only you can know what that is for you, though. I know one of my triggers that pulls me into negativity is family. I'm just gonna leave that right there. So be careful of who you're giving your energy to. Create a sanctuary. No, we're not talking about an altar. A sanctuary. This could be a room or a little corner in your house that has maybe books, the Bible, prayer notebooks, manifestation notebooks, things that you can go in a place where you can go and do stuff. Maybe you have, I don't know where I was going with that, but okay, I'm sorry. I'll crop that out because I'm not going to make you restart. Okay, I'll crop that out. All right, and the next one would be clean your physical and mental space. So cleaning also helps cleanse your aura. It was a butterfly. So yes, cleaning also helps you cleanse your aura. It helps you understand also what you need and what you don't need, not just in your home life, but in your outside life as well. Trust your gut. So always go with your first mind. Always go with what you feel. If your mind and your body's telling you not to go, then don't go. I don't know how many times I've been saved from traumatic situations because I listened to my intuition. I listened to God. So another way to, spiritually protect yourself is taking an Epsom salt bath. It's actually very natural and common. You can also put some herbs in there, maybe like some lavender, some rose petals, just to amplify the ambience, just to amplify your surroundings and the atmosphere. Spiritual protection also looks like being gentle with yourself. You cannot understand how to spiritually protect yourself from the outside world if the abuse and the manipulation is coming from home base. A lot of people are walking around making decisions, putting themselves in situations that they don't need to be in, and then they wonder why things keep happening. It's because you're not protecting yourself. And then you can learn how to protect yourself from other people and other things. But first, it starts within. Okay? Another way you can protect yourself, before you go out into the world, is put the armor of God on. You can look it up on Google. I don't know them off the top of my head, okay? But you can look it up on Google. You put the armor of God on. That's another way you can protect yourself. Another way is to envision, a light, whatever color, you want. I like to go with either gold or a white light, and you can imagine it just circling around your body and just taking out any negativity from the top of your crown to the soles of your feet. And you can visualize it pushing this negativity down into the earth, giving it back to God to amplify it and cleanse it, and then receive it back in. But with that technique, you have to do breathing as well and actually have the time to visualize. All right. So signs of negative energy being in your aura or stuck in your body would be negative emotions. So outbursts to little things, things that really shouldn't have no attention of yours, you give it attention. That's another sign of negative energy, obviously. Sleeping disorders, a tendency to judge yourself and judge others. That is a reflection. That means that there are negative parts in your body that need to be cleaned and cleansed out. Yeah, you judge others. I already said that. So to change, and I actually should be doing another video on this, but to change out of that realm of going from not spiritually protecting yourself to knowing how to spiritually protect yourself, there's a process. There's a process of things that you have to go through, like the ego death, learning about your shadow side. There are phases before you can even get to those steps of knowing, but it's walking by faith and not by sight. It's so much deeper than even what words, than the words coming out of my mouth. It's so hard to explain, it's so hard to explain. But there are levels to it. So spiritual awakening is phase 1. Phase 2 is the dark night of the soul, the ego. Phase 3 would be the sponge. You're soaking up everything. That is not necessarily good. Be careful with that aspect of this journey. The phase 5 would be your higher self. You're starting to learn about your higher self. You're starting to learn about the communication that you have with God, the certain level and the certain abilities that God has given you also to navigate and help other people. Phase 6 would be surrender and allow. A lot of people miss this step because they think that they are bigger and greater than God, and then they have to go right back up to the ego. You can go back up steps as well. This is what people don't understand. You can think you're at this higher level than what you really are because of you not really paying attention. You're only paying attention to it for the thrill. You're not actually paying attention to it for God. There's a difference. Phase 7 would be awareness and service. That's why a lot of people can't get to this point of awareness and service. We are a service to the divine. A lot of people, like I said, they always go back up to that ego. And that is phase 2. A lot of people get stuck in that phase, in that dimension of existence. But 7 steps to spiritual growth, spiritual protection, spiritual growth, it's all combined.